But there is one system. There is one system that all games like this, including the one you're making, Tom, have to adopt. Have to adopt.
Rewind.
Rewind is good.
Already got rewind.
We got exactly.
Rewind.
This I was going to say, it's the equivalent, right? Into the Breach, gave us the rewind to that extent,
Or Invisible Ink.
Actually, no, you're right, Invisible Ink, right? That one's been done. Like, if each of these games contribute something to the genre. Fire Emblems is this, right? As the month progresses, sometimes, as the days go by, it will be someone's birthday. When it is their birthday, you have two options. You can either spend 200 gold pieces.
War?
No. You can spend 200 gold pieces to send them flowers, regardless of who they are. If you do this, their little avatar will pop up and they'll go, "Thank you." That is it. However, the other option, which you can do under circumstances otherwise, but it's free on their birthday, is invite them to tea. If you invite them to tea, you enter for some reason, first-person tea drinking simulation, where you are sat in a flowery kind of rose garden with them, and they sit there, and then the first thing you must do is pick which tea you will drink. And these are items that you've collected by going through the bins of the school, by running and doing quests. And you might the first thing you will do is try and match the tea to the personality of the person. So like an Imperious tea for Imperial character, common.
What is an Imperious tea?
Well, it gives you a description, like this is a nutty tea, it's an acquired taste that nobles like, and you're
But
like.
in real life, would you say like Lapsang Souchong?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, or like, just a PG tips for the lowborn students among you. There's a whole class thing in the game.
There is, yeah.
Anyway, so you pick the tea. And then you enter the conversation phase of the tea experience, where you get 3 opportunities to pick subjects of communication, so subjects of a conversation. And these are really quite cleverly written because they do map on to the things you should know about your students' personalities, but they're not really obvious. Like, just because someone likes, it might say that someone likes the outdoors, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to like talking about the gardens of the school. But maybe that's the best option if the other 2 aren't great. The other options might be things like cute monks. They're always like two names. So it's like cute monks, weird fish I saw, gardens, war and loss. And like if you pick the right thing, you'll get feedback like the conversation got lively. And then you pick the next one. If you get any of them wrong, or you get a kind of, if you pick a topic of conversation that is incorrect, they go, and then at the end of this conversation sequence, regardless of how many others you get right, they'll go, "Had a nice time, see you later." However, if you get all 3 of them, like a nice, "Oh God, this is going well," great conversation, then you get a 4th chance to pick a new thing. In this case, it's an action, which would be something like laugh, or reprimand, or compliment. And then you got to kind of match this to the mood they're in. If you pull that off, a huge red certificate appears, which says in block caps, golden letters, "Perfect tea time." And this is the best game mechanic in Fire Emblem. If you achieve perfect tea time, then you get into overtime. And in tea time overtime, you have 2 options. You can give them as many gifts as you want. You can drain your entire inventory of presents.
Is there usually a cap on how many gifts you can give
Well,
someone?
usually it's like you give someone a gift and they go, "Thanks." You can normally do it, but in this case you can just start dumping gifts on them. Like you're in bonus overtime supermarket sweep relationship building. Yeah. You can just like give them all the flowers you have and the things you found. People love owl feathers. Owl feathers are a universal gift. The other thing you can do is a weird one. It's called observe. And then you get a free cam and you just look at them, but like only from like the shoulders up. Like you just look at them.
What?
From a sort of a distance, you pan around them and then button prompts come up and it's like you can either nod, banter, or something else. I can't remember what the other one is. It might be laugh. And then when you do this, if you match the button prompts, they will tell you a joke.
What? This is like a secret system. I didn't even know this was possible.
You only unlock this with perfect tea time.
Never encountered perfect tea time.
You've got to learn more about your students, basically.
I see.
And then when you've succeeded at all this, you can, because in this case, you choose when tea time ends, because you've entered the extra time
And they're your prisoner now.
Yeah,
Tea
exactly.
time is over when I say it's over.
You can sit there just pressing the banter button and listening to the same joke again and again, and then giving all the presents in your inventory away. And then when you're finished, you press end, and the person goes like, "This was the best tea time I've ever had," and your relationship with them goes up a huge amount.
Incredible.
And the whole thing is vastly unprofessional from you, a teacher.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
But is nonetheless completely incredible. And I desperately want, I think, BattleTech more than anything else to find a mechanism by which you can have a perfect tea time.
I would enjoy this in XCOM as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.